The Nuremberg Trials, held from 1945 to 1946, were a series of military tribunals that aimed to bring Nazi war criminals to justice. This historic event took place in the German city of Nuremberg and was an important milestone in the development of international law and the prosecution of war crimes. The trials were organized by the Allied powers, including the United States, the United Kingdom, the Soviet Union, and France, following the end of World War II. The primary goal was to hold accountable those responsible for the Holocaust and other crimes against humanity committed during the war. The idea of holding trials to prosecute war criminals was not a new concept. However, the Nuremberg trials were unique in several ways. They marked the first time in history that individuals were held legally accountable for their actions during a war. The trials also set a precedent for future war crime trials and established the principles of international criminal law. The judgment rendered in Nuremberg had a lasting impact on the development of international humanitarian law and the recognition of the responsibility of individuals for crimes against humanity. The Nuremberg trials consisted of several separate proceedings, collectively known as the International Military Tribunal, IMT. The IMT indicted and prosecuted high-ranking Nazi officials, military leaders, and members of various organizations associated with Nazi Germany. The trials were divided into 4 categories: conspiracy, crimes against peace, war crimes, and crimes against humanity. The defendants faced charges ranging from planning and executing aggressive war policies to committing mass atrocities against civilian populations. The trials aimed to expose the full extent of Nazi atrocities and ensure that those responsible would be held accountable. The Nuremberg trials were conducted in a meticulous and highly structured manner. The defendants were provided with legal representation and given the opportunity to present their defense. The trials featured extensive documentation, including testimonies, evidence, and official records. Survivors of Nazi atrocities also provided their eyewitness accounts. The prosecution presented evidence of the systematic nature of Nazi crimes, highlighting the role of the defendants in perpetrating these acts. The trials aimed to establish the guilt or innocence of each defendant based on the evidence presented. The Nuremberg trials lasted for nearly a year, from November 1945 to October 1946. During this period, a significant amount of evidence was presented and numerous witnesses testified. The trial resulted in the conviction of several high-ranking Nazis, including Hermann Göring, Rudolf Hess, and Albert Speer, among others. 12 defendants were sentenced to death. 3 received life imprisonment, 4 received prison terms ranging from 10 to 20 years, and 3 were acquitted. The trials aimed to deliver justice and send a clear message that war crimes and crimes against humanity would not go unpunished. The impact of the Nuremberg trials reached far beyond the immediate consequences for the defendants. The trials played a crucial role in the development of international law and the establishment of institutions such as the International Criminal Court. The principles established during the trials, such as individual criminal responsibility and the prohibition of crimes against humanity, have become fundamental pillars of international justice. The Nuremberg trials also served as a catalyst for the recognition and protection of human rights worldwide. In conclusion, the Nuremberg trials marked a turning point in the pursuit of justice for war crimes and crimes against humanity. These trials showcased the power of international cooperation and the importance of holding individuals accountable for their actions regardless of their position or rank. The impact of the trials on the development of international law continues to resonate to this day, serving as a reminder of the atrocities committed during World War II and the ongoing commitment to preventing such acts in the future.